Recently, I have came across some videos with titles such as 10 things rich people do that the poor don't, or 15 things rich people do, or something along those lines. Regardless of how interesting these videos were, they didn't really explain the real difference. I mean, some of the differences were poor people eat fast food while the rich don't, or poor people watch TV while the rich don't, or poor people don't shower as much as rich people. I'm not sure to what extent these points are true, but what I can say for sure is that if you suddenly stop watching TV, stop eating burgers, and start showering more often, you will not suddenly become rich. Because the difference is not in some specific behaviors, but rather in the mentality, in the way they look at money, in the way they approach life in general. And in this video, I will give you a couple of examples to illustrate the real difference. So let's start with the first one. Let me ask you a simple question. If you were to play any sport or any game strictly on defense, what are the chances of you winning that game? I guess most of you agree that extremely low or none, right? And yet surprisingly, most people play the game of money exactly like that. Their primary goal is not to win or to be at the top, but rather not to lose. Their first priority is security and not creating massive wealth. Their goal is to pay all the bills and stay out of debt. The problem is that when your goal is simply to be above the water, that's maximum what you will get. Of course, some people are a little better than that. They save a small part of their income and invest it in the stock market and just hope that the stock market doesn't collapse so that when they get old, they will not die out of starvation. But until then, they will be locked into the comfort zone of a small paycheck. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, but if your goal is to be comfortable, you will most likely not get rich. That's why, to create massive wealth, you should stop being on defense and be only concerned about your bills and be on offense and shoot for the stars. As a wise man once said, if you shoot for the stars, you will at least hit the moon. Another important difference is that poor people do not value freedom. Freedom doesn't mean living in a democracy or not. Freedom means living the life that you want and not the one that someone else wants you to live, doing what you want, how you want, and where you want. That's why you find most people saying, money isn't important, don't make your life all about money. Or the most famous one of them, money is the root of all evils. And yet you find those people working all of their life from morning till evening for some pennies just to be above the water, doing the job that they wish they can quit. Not only because they hate the job, but also they hate their boss. And if they had enough money, they would quit the next day. That's why money equals freedom. So how do you expect yourself to chase money if you look at it as something negative? That's why rich people always strive to make more money, because it's what will give them more freedom. You probably already heard, is the glass half empty or half full? It all comes back to your perspective of the world. Poor people are driven by fear. They are constantly looking for something to be wrong or could go wrong, for an excuse in order to delay taking action. And they often ask this question, what if it doesn't work? What will happen when people will know that I have failed? That's what we hear from our friends and family. On the other side, rich people take full responsibility and take action and will tell you that it will work. Guess why? Because I will make it work. They are focused on succeeding, they are confident about themselves, and if for some reason something goes wrong, I will learn from my experience and I will give it another shot. Some of my friends are planning to start a business for years already, but they haven't because they say that they are still preparing and are not ready yet. While you are still trying to figure out every single detail, rich people jump into the opportunity, make a fortune, and get out before you even start. In summary, the difference is not in watching more TV or not. Rich and poor people look at everything with two completely different perspectives, which is the main difference. This video is mostly based on the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. You can get the free audiobook following the link in the description, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. And now it's your turn. What do you think? What do you think is the main difference? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video. And if you don't want to miss the next video, then hit the subscribe button and the bell besides it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.